It's time for the stream to start. Ow, bitch!
What's up? What's going on, my friends? We are here to talk about something absolutely crazy that I wasn't expecting to, which is D&D players just kicking wizards right in the junk, dropping them from the top rope. It's pretty amazing. I was astounded to see it, but I suppose first things first, gotta remember to share the live stream link in the Discord, right? Okay, so where is that link? There it is. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna share that in the Discord, and then we're gonna talk about this ridiculous scenario. It's awesome. All right. Oh wait, not here. Oh no, that is right. Never mind. I posted the video in the wrong place earlier today. That's what happened. That's why I'm getting confused. All right. All right, there we go. We are good. Notifications made, which means I can say hello to the people who have arrived here at the beginning of the stream. What up, Gossett, Himrod, Mendoza, Brent, James P, Munchie, Kensuke, David J, Dragon Raider, Slarty, RNG, Error, and any assorted lurkers as well, or any name I may have missed, which I doubt I did in this case. But if I did, what up, Nightingale? What up, Gianna? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? It is a ridiculously good day for the players of D&D because they have won out over Wizards of the Coast in a 100% knockout victory. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing considering it's Wizards of the Coast that we're dealing with. And you have to take a moment and realize that it seems Wizards of the Coast has done a good job of aggravating their own customer base to the point where we're happy to see them get kicked in the junk. Like, they've burnt so much goodwill across the board. They were like, yo, let's set Magic the Gathering on fire with 30th anniversary. And then they're like, oh, you know what? Let's set D&D on fire as well. Let's try and horn in on all this stuff. The D&D, like, open gaming license saga is a pretty wild scenario. And it's like peak Wizards of the Coast. And it has a surprisingly, delightfully fun ending in that Wizards of the Coast ends up, oh, no, it's on this side, ends up right here, fully backpedaling the entire way as they go, oh, we're bleeding out, people are going to other games, they're abandoning our stuff, and we're losing a bunch of money. We have royally screwed it. Wizards of the Coast is one of the most arrogant companies that's out there. Legitimately, because they own games that people love. And for the longest time, they got away with like everything. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. We both won. That's right. That's right. The Magic players and the D&D players, we both won. In this case, that's what it feels like. It feels for the Magic players we have been treated worse than Dungeons and Dragons players. So there was a comment. It was an amazing comment. I couldn't believe it. On the video where I was talking about the OGL stuff before, and someone goes, you need to admit the truth. Wizards has been doing things badly with Magic before this happened, and there are a lot of other things that have negatively impacted Magic. And I'm like, you're telling me this? That's what I cover. I talk about that all the time. What do you mean admit it? That's almost exclusively what I do, almost against my will. I would like a bunch of good news, but Wizards of the Coast knows, I think they're trying to drive me crazy by just going, we're going to do endless bad news in the world of Magic and hose bag them. And then in the world of D&D, we're going to try and hose them, and then we're going to get completely defeated. So it's just like, see success over there and go, why not me? Why not me? That's right, Rich. The D&D players fully won. They fully won, and I mean, the thing about this is, D&D, like, it's not the same as Magic. So people flowing in and out of it, they probably just moved to other systems, right? They're so desperate after what happened. They're like, yo, okay. We're not going to stop the open gaming license, and we'll give you 5th edition, full on, all that stuff. Here you go too. Just take it. Do whatever you want to use. You can knock yourself out. We're going to give you Creative Commons license for, I mean, a bunch of the game mechanics can't be, you can't own those anyways. There's no way to legally defend them. So I think there's a bunch of stuff. That, like, it's like, them tossing that in. It's like basically going, hey, we're leaving the open gaming license as it is, and we're just, please make content with our stuff. Please. James P. felt called out in today's video as an adult child. Do I want Optimus Prime? Yes, dude. I've always wanted Optimus Prime. Like, my whole life. Ever since I was a little kid. Can't you tell from the video, bro? That GoBot scarring is real. Like, whatever. My mom didn't want to waste money spoiling me with, like, nice toys and whatever. And I don't fault her for that. Because kids are dumb and they'll break stuff. That being said, the kids up the road had all the Transformers, bro. They had the Dinobots, they had fucking Grimlock, all of it, man. They had the Constructaguys, the Constructabots, Constructicons. He had Optimus Prime, and it had the trailer that opened up with the little buggy that came out and everything. So yeah. I've got the Optimus Prime card. I've got that in my binder. So that's the closest I've got right now. Clark, hey, what's up, buddy? You're right. There are tons and tons of role-playing game systems that people can play. And there's tons of really good third-party stuff. You don't get that for Magic. So Wizards of the Coast, in their absolute arrogance, goes like this. We own Magic. We love it. And, like, we're going to take advantage of people. We're going to milk our customers, and we're going to milk our own employees. We're going to overwork them, underpay them. Wizards is notorious for underpaying them and going like, it's an honor to work for us style vibe, right? So you've got that across Magic and D&D as well. It's this sort of like, we can do whatever we want. And obviously they're getting high on their own success with Magic, going, look at, we milked these people. We milked them for so much money. I mean, 30th anniversary was a fail, but overall we've been milking them good. Now it's time to milk D&D. And they're like, yo, why don't we try and slide a fast one by D&D? And it's like, let me get this straight. The guys who read full-on books, like, I've read so many D&D source books, specifically 2nd edition, like hardcore, right? That was, 2nd edition is my jam. I get that Thaco is wonky as hell, and I ain't about to defend it. The only reason I like it is because it's nostalgic. It's not a good combat system. When I tried other D&D combat systems, I went, okay, yeah, Thaco's a weak way of doing things. But otherwise, I love 2nd edition. Read tons of those books, right? We all would sit there and just, depending on the person you are, you'd pore over the rules for all kinds of different advantages, and there's all kinds of wrangling going on, right? The term rules lawyer specifically was born from Dungeons and Dragons, was it not? You're going to go to this squad of rules lawyers and go, here, this is the new rule set we're making, guys. And then they go, well, they're picking it over. Oh, lordy. Speedwagon! As a fellow adult child, I got my Leader Class Ultra Magnus in the mail the other day. Nice. It's fun to get to enjoy what you like. Who cares, man? I don't care. I play Magic. I ain't gonna pretend like I gotta be some big-time adult dude, right? It's silliness. By the way, Speedwagon, now you lower to the board. Error, you have Unicron? Oh, that's cool. Don't feel bad collecting Transformers? Why would you? At least with at least with the figures and stuff, you just buy the figures. You know what you're getting. You buy them at whatever price. You don't have this, like, casino setup where Wizards is trying to manipulate you in every conceivable way, right? It's just like, Magic is something that allows for some really predatory sort of business practices, and Wizards can't do it elsewhere. They're trying to figure out how to milk D&D players because they figure somehow that they deserve to monetize your imagination, right? Like, they deserve the money, even though they've sold you the rule set and whatever, you've paid for it, but they deserve ongoing, like, rent from you. Pay us rent to play D&D. It's insane, right? So they had the Open Gaming License 1.0 originally, and that one was set up where people could just make D&D content. There you go. Pretty straightforward overall. Go make your D&D content. It's yours. Have fun with it. And then they're like, you know what? It's time for us to step in. We see that there are these, like, bigger companies where it's like you're making at least $1 million, and they're like, we want a chunk of that. And I don't remember the numbers, but from what I was told, it was something like, we want 25% of your revenue, something like that. If you make $1 million, you have to give us $250,000, right? You just have to give us that, regardless of the profitability of your company, something like that. It wasn't even profits. And it's like, yo, you got to hand over all that cheddar to us. On top of that, they're like, we have the ability to force you to stop making your content whenever we want to. We can take your content and do whatever we want with it. You license us to use your content universally any way we want to, and we don't have to compensate you. And on top of that, if you ever make anything using our license and it seems like there's an overlap, it doesn't matter because we licensed it back, right? Whatever. And so they're so greedy and gross. And from the forefront, they tried to go, well, guys, the reason we want to make these changes is because we want to stop, like, hateful stuff from happening. Really? Yeah, hateful stuff. That's why you want to try and take, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars from creators and gain control of their content to license it? Guys, we need the ability to license this hateful content without paying for it. Like, sorry, doesn't track, friend. Doesn't track, right? Like, it's disingenuous. It's a laudable goal. Yes, of course you want to remove anything awful. Yes, please do. But the whole, like, that's why we're doing it. Come on, bro. You're doing it for the money. All for the money. You don't care about people. We've seen you in action. You don't care in the slightest about human beings. You thought that Twitch streamers should stream for 12 hours straight for you, basically for free, in exchange for arena gems. Salivating at the mouth over 12-hour Twitch streams for like 500 gems. Some absolute insane nonsense, right? And then when it was pointed out to them, that's incredibly unhealthy. Oops, that was a typo. Yeah, no, it wasn't. You're greedy and you're liars and you're gross, and we can all see it. We can all see it. Millmaster, oh, you devil, man. Snip Dr. Cox now Hasbro. Bro, I don't know if you saw my response to your comment, but what you said yesterday, first of all, I want to say you just ripped me off because you just told me that it gave you back 66 and you just giving me 6 now? Where'd you spend that other 60? You been down at the tracks or something? Huh? Where's my money? Anyways, careful what you say because legit, Google will straight up ban your account, bro. And it's happened to people. They will ban your account, and that means you get locked out of YouTube. I mean, you can make a new YouTube account, whatever. But you get locked out of Gmail. So if you're somebody who's just living your life, and that's like a Gmail account where you have shit sent to it, you can literally get yourself locked out of it. And then when you go, yo, that hateful stuff I was saying, it was just meant as a joke. And Google's going to be like, no, I don't care. They're not going to listen. They're not gonna listen. Millmaster, you damn right I'm rushing you for the cash. You gotta understand, you're making shaky moves. You're a house of cards that's gonna collapse. I got bills to pay. I gotta get this money. Unlike Wizards, who is going to be all greedy and sidelined, but I'm not going to tell you I'm doing this to stop the hate. I'm doing this so I can say I ate, okay? That's how this works, son. Daddy needs money. He's got bills to pay. He's got to feed the monkey. Hemrod says more Sharkticons. What's a Sharkticon? Are there Transformers that are sharks? That's a different one, Hemrod. I haven't heard of that one. Slarty Bartfast, you're old. Can anyone tell you what an NFT is? I can, buddy. I can. NFTs are the most incredible scams ever, bro. NFT stands for non-fungible token, okay? Now, don't worry what that means. It means idiot bait right now. Essentially, it's a technology that theoretically could be useful. It theoretically could be useful. But here's what it's used for currently. NFTs are used to sell you a web link that links to a picture. Like, imagine I took a picture of my sack, and then I gave you a little web address that took you directly to the picture of my sack, and I said, bro, this is a non-fungible token. Give me $700. This is yours. You own it. You own it. That's you just own that. That's it. It's like owning a picture, but like you've got a digital web link that can just break. It's the dumbest, scammiest crap in the world. Like, it is. If you think magic is a scam, NFTs is like it. There's this thing called the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and these are owned by the richest, dumbest people on the planet. Where basically, if you look up these images, they look like trash. It's something you would see on a website like 20 years ago. Just a stupid monkey in like, I got a French shirt on and a cigarette, and this one's got a cop hat, and it's just like, okay, what is this? What, like, they're all just dumb pictures. Each one is an NFT that people paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars for. But there's no copyright on the image. You can just do whatever you want with the image. Like the people who made the Bored Ape Yacht Club, they didn't register anything for copyrights. So the word's coming out that they sold all these NFTs going, yo, you get this this ape. It's just a picture of an ape, but you own that one, and you can do, like, Snoop Dogg bought one, Eminem bought one, and like, if you want to see the most soulless, dead-eyed shit you've ever seen in your life, go look up the clip of, like, who is it? Oh God, it's Paris Hilton, and who's that corporate dildo? Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton in the most robotic, disgusting corporate exchange you'd see in late night television, where they're whoring out their Bored Ape yacht things in just a blatant attempt to make it worth money. And there's no value to them, and there's no copyright behind them. Seth Green had one that he was building a whole show around, and then somebody just stole it. Because you know how easy it is to steal an NFT? You can send somebody, hey, do you have NFTs? I can send you an NFT, and you can click on that, and I can fucking steal your account with it. Because NFTs it's the domain of rich idiots who think they're smart. Like, take somebody who's really not that bright, who barely understands this crazy technological crap, barely understands it, but then ultimately believes they're a genius who understands everything. And then they get cleaned out. These morons take like money from their relatives and drive it into the ground. How do you do that? How do you act that? Like, money is so hard to fucking get. You're gonna throw it away on this ape shit? Like, come on, man. Come on. NFTs trigger me. It's Dutch tulips to the 90th degree. At least with the Dutch tulips, you got tulips, man. You get nothing but a broken link. It's stupid. James P. Flip it and invest it in perp coins. That's right. That's right. Perp coins, the thing that doesn't exist and still has more value than, than these NFTs, man. NFTs are a high caliber scam, yo. High caliber scam. It's people are pretending like it's an investment. Imagine art where you didn't own the art and the link to the art isn't even guaranteed to be kept up. Like, the link can just break at any point. And then if you're technologically inept, you can't even, like, dude, there's some clueless morons. I love it. I love how stupid people are. This guy buys one of these apes, right? And like, you can just right click save the picture. Like, guys, have you ever bought like Coca-Cola and they're like, thanks for buying Coca-Cola, we're going to give you 10 online points, and then you log into the website and like 50 points and you can get a Coca-Cola screensaver. And I'm like, bitch, I can right click, click, I got your screensaver. I don't have to buy 5 cans of pop to do this. What are you even doing? Like, what is this weird point system? Why? What is all of this? Like, I can just take it. So that's what people did. Somebody had like their little Bored Ape guy, and the people started like right click pasting it. And this guy was freaking out. He's like, how are people, they're using it for their profile picture. This is my picture. It's hilarious. They just buy into whatever dumb lies they were told, pay $100,000 in crypto for these things. It's just, more money than sense, son. Slarty, it's scam. If anybody talks to you about NFTs seriously, you tell them they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You tell them it's a scam and it's stupid. It's such a money grab. Like, the only idea of NFTs that works to me is as video game items or something like that, where you play Call of Duty. Yo, I got Isaac's teabag, and you use it and it makes your sack twice as big for when you're teabagging your opponents for when you win, right? And then that's an NFT. So you can sell that for crypto to another person, and then they can, or it doesn't even have to be crypto. It can just be normal money. We don't have to use this stupid techno bro shit. And then you can just sell it to another person, and then the NFT transfers ownership, but in a way that moves outside of just a singular game. Like an NFT that was actually, like, this NFT lets you watch fucking Big Mama's house. You know what I mean? Like, it has something like that. Then you can be like, you can sell that NFT to somebody and be like, now you own Big Mama's house. It, like, would replace DVDs, you know, something like that. There are theoretically good uses for this shit, but there's just so many schemy skis, bros. And on the upside, what makes my justice dong rigid is all the chickens are coming home to roost, and all these scammers are getting hammered in the butt as, like, the SEC in the States is coming back and going, yo, so I noticed you made a whole bunch of promises, took a whole bunch of money, and didn't deliver it. And people are going to jail now. People are getting hammered like, wait, but I just took people's money and didn't deliver on the lies I told them. That's illegal. Some of the stuff, some organizations are like, oh, we're handing it off to the Discord. And it's like, that doesn't legally absolve you. If you took the money and then just go, okay, now this organization, oh, what's my favorite? Oh, what is that thing called? Himrod Toasted Art Crisps. That sounds delicious. You're Lord of the Board, by the way, Mr. Double 23. What was it? What was it? What was that thing? Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, Clark says, if you know people who bought NFTs, invite them to play poker. They're going to be parted with their money easy. Yeah, Brett, exactly. It's always some variation of scam, right? Andrew G, it's a good thing Wizards is trying to use the OGL to stop NFTs. Did they say that? Was that one of the things they said? Oh, Lord, I can't even keep up with all the stuff they tossed at the wall, just praying that people would buy it. And it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy that D&D players just kicked Wizards in the dick to the point where they're just begging, please come back. Please, please, we're sorry. We're sorry. And players are like, nah, suck it. Suck it. It's great. Because it's what Wizards deserves, yo. They deserve it. They want to use them as a season pass type thing for the Yankees. See, if you can put some kind of functional use to an NFT, it actually becomes pretty cool, right? Like, there's useful functionality, but I think we're just gonna have to throw away the term NFT because that is a tainted term, man, and it's also incredibly cryptic. Like, that's the thing about fucking techno bros is they get right up their own ass about this shit, thinking they're amazing because they understand fucking crypto. Wow, you understand a digital casino. Guess what? You fucking don't, stupid. You're a fucking idiot. Standing on fucking thin ice, stamping on it, yelling about how it's concrete because you're a dumb motherfucker. Mill Master, tiny homes and electric cars. What? Okay, all right, listen, big country out and you're like, oh, I drive a fucking Hummer. I only live in mansions. Nothing wrong with living in a tiny home. There's nothing wrong with using electricity to move your car forward. Don't lump NFTs and cryptos into the same thing. Jesus. What the fuck, man? Come on. Come on. If you want to drink moonshine with the fucking rednecks roaming the hills, I get it. But, like, come on, bro. Having a small house, I just have an apartment. That's not even a small house. I don't even have a car. Don't lump me in as worse than crypto and NFT. That's not cool. That's not cool. First, you skis me out of all that cash with your hateful shit from yesterday. And now this. And now, why do I even do the internet? Every day it's something. Every day it's something. Yesterday, getting called a fucking communist. No idea why. Today, I'm being told to come clean because I'm a shareholder for Hasbro. Could have fucking fooled me. I don't could you please show me my share certificate, sir? Because I had no fucking idea. There's always something new. The shit that people state to me is amazing. I wonder what they think my life is like behind the scenes. Like, this guy's got stuff. I ate a peanut butter sandwich yesterday. Like, I take the bus, okay? I take the bus. I minimize the trips I take. I save my money. I am not Mr. Stockman. I don't have all these hidden wealths or any of that. None of it. One day, yeah. And when I do, I'll have stacks of money hidden behind a green screen. And I'm like, you guys won't even know. And I'll go behind the green screen and kiss the money. Oh, bitch, see, this is bullshit. It let you say that for free, Millmaster. Bro, I'm telling you. Watch out. Watch out. What up, Cat Bar? Clark, yep, it is fun to see Wizards get what they have coming, man. Cinder, surprised we didn't get a random Magic leak. Well, Magic actually doesn't seem to be too riled up right now, right? They're more in control D&D mode. Magic is just, Phyrexia All Be One pre-release is 1 week from now. People are looking at spoilers and all that. You know, hey, I will say, the public service announcement that I put at the beginning of my video, where it's like, yo, you can just enjoy Magic, go have fun. If these videos are bumming you out, literally, like, block my channel, tell it not to recommend it anymore. It's the opposite of telling you to subscribe. Because legit, don't be unhappy. Life is short. Life is short. Why waste your time? Hey, it's Carly. Kenny, what's the SRD 5.1 thing? SRD 5.1 is for the new Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. It's a Creative Commons license as well as available under the OGL, so you can choose which way you want to do it. Basically, Wizards is saying, we give up this entire battle. Like, they had the original OGL, and D&D players went like this. And then they went, hold on, we're thinking about it, we're figuring it out. And then they came back and went, this is another draft. The other one was definitely a draft too, and that's why, you know, it looked so official. But anyways, this is a draft, and, you know, we're just thinking that we still can take down stuff whenever we want, and we're thinking, like, if you make something and it looks like we've made it, you have to prove it. Like, absolutely prove it, or else that didn't happen. And if you want to, like, sue us or anything at all, you can't do class action lawsuit. You got to do it by yourself. You're not allowed to have a jury. And, like, if any part of this whole thing is invalidated at all, we can just invalidate the whole thing. No, it doesn't count. Like, it was still so heavily written in Wizards' favor. And it's funny how tone-deaf and stupid they were, that they thought they could outsmart the D&D community. Like, they weren't going to read it thoroughly and lose their minds when there were already people starting to mount legal challenges against Wizards. Like, they're absolutely clueless. So this is them going, literally getting down on their hands and knees and going, we backtrack 100%. We're absolutely sorry. Please, please, please come back and play D&D. Because Paizo is like, oh, that's Paizo. Paizo has been just slamming the desk going, yes, yes. When the second OGL came out, they're like, yes, you dumb bastards, keep going. Because Paizo with their Pathfinder is like, seriously, I go into the LGS, he's like, how's it going? He's like, I cannot keep Pathfinder on the shelf, bro. I can't keep it in. People coming in, asking for more. I got more coming. All this stuff, right? Like, so Paizo's over there going, yo, we're going to make our own. You know what? Let's make our own OGL as well. We'll call it an orc. We're like, they capitalized on it perfectly and just sailed in to snag a bunch of people who are never going back to D&D because they won't trust them anymore. Andrew G says, just our friendly communist mouthpiece ranting about the leadership of Hasbro corporate elites. Listen, comrade, we gotta do something. Yeah, like 90% of the survey said no. That's true. That's true, man. There was a crazy amount of pushback. I think, hold on. I think I actually had it pulled up here. Oh, did I close the windows? Oh, I did. Yeah, it was like close to 90% of people were like, okay, stop trying to take people's content. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like any of it. And they're just like, Paizo sold 6 months of backstock in 2 weeks. Yeah, Pathfinder's good stuff. I had a whole pile of Pathfinder books, actually. I played D&D a bunch, and then I had Pathfinder with the little Pathfinder standees and everything. Like, you can switch easy. That's why D&D is really stupid. The arrogance of Wizards of the Coast in not treating their customers better, in looking at customers as inexhaustible sources, like sources of cash that just deserve like to be milked for every penny and to not care. It's insane. It's insane. So the D&D players just holding Wizards down and punching them in the balls over and over is amazing. I love it. It's fulfilling to me. Like, and also it renews my drive to continue pointing out all the things that Wizards is doing wrong with Magic. Because if you don't say anything, they're not going to do anything, and they're going to keep pulling and yanking, right? Wait, that's something different. Maybe I deserve a little bit of yanking after what I've been through. But, I mean, 30th anniversary is clear evidence that given enough going on, you can batter Wizards down. Millmaster 2020. Oh, you're afraid of Himrod, eh? You wanted to stay under him. Interesting ploy. Hasbro. Who did we pick a fight with? Wizards. They call them rules lawyers. Yeah, exactly. Rules lawyers, but more importantly, rules lawyers with super community. Like, you can't do this. When you fracture one D&D player, you don't fracture one D&D player. You fracture multiple people. Nobody plays D&D alone. Which means if you think you're fracturing one person, you're at least doing double damage because you're fracturing 2 people. But more likely, 3 or 4, maybe 5. And that's just in a play group who get together. This shit spreads like a virus. D&D is super communal, and Wizards of the Coast is stupid because they're not necessary. They can be removed from the process at any point. Magic the Gathering requires a lot of money being commissioned for artwork, the cards to be printed, all of it. There's a big difference. D&D requires imagination. I have built entire campaigns out of my imagination. They've been great, right? So you don't need to buy source material from them. They don't understand their own position. And so in their arrogance, they were like, we deserve a bunch of the money from the people who have been spreading our brand and building it up. Why do you deserve money? It's total rent seeking. It's like they did all the work, build this up, and it's like, yeah, but we're over here and want money. And it's like, get fucked, dude. Get fucked, you evil, greedy cocks. It was so good. Florida, the worst group to F with, their generation strong. That's true as well. D&D players don't fade away the same. Like, I feel like if you're a D&D player, you're a D&D player for life. I haven't played D&D in forever, but I'm still a D&D player. You know what I mean? Like, it's in you. Even if I never play again, you put down Magic, you never put down the D&D. It's in there. It's different. It's a different experience. I mean, Magic was originally created to be something to do in your downtime during Dungeons & Dragons. Dungeons & Dragons is its own special thing, right? But that special thing relies heavily on the people. Heavily on the people. Smoked paprika smells wonderful. I have never heard of that. Kenny, that's right. They don't, man. They don't know. If the DM says new system, the party follows. Yeah. Or if somebody else wants to be the DM with a new party. Like, I have played so many different RPGs. And the difference between RPGs and card games, it goes like this. A new card game walks up, and I'm like, I am like a traumatized war veteran, right? I'm like, yo. Millmaster, no. I think smoked paprika, like food, like smoked meat. No, of course don't do that. Of course don't do that. So, when it comes to the whole card games versus role-playing games, I'm like a war vet, right? Who's all traumatized. A new card game comes along, like, hi, my name's Lightseekers. And I'm like, don't even tell me your name. You're going to be dead in 5 minutes, okay? If you last Come back when you survived for a while. I can't. I've lost too many friends. I can't do this. I don't have it in me anymore. Don't even talk to me, all right? But RPGs, it's like, yeah, let's try a new one. Why not? When's it a bad time? Only if the system really sucks and you can toss it aside. Learn that in one night. I played a bunch of different ones. I've played a bunch of sci-fi ones. I had a lot of fun playing Shadowrun. Shadowrun was one that we did a lot of. I made a bunch of different characters. I remember making Nature Shaman. I remember I had a healing mage, total support character. Spent a whole bunch of my money on a fancy van with like healing, like chamber beds or like it was super amped up, right? It was cool. And then I made some dude who was super vain and obsessed with his appearance. So he actually had magic that would let you clean your clothes. And I'm like, this is cool. I love this. This is the kind of magic that would actually exist, right? It's pointless from a mechanical standpoint. It's not useful in terms of, yo, we're going to battle or whatever. But it's really cool in terms of determining who your character is. This guy is fastidious enough that he literally devoted part of his arcane studies in learning how to use spirit magic to clean his own fucking clothes. That says something about somebody, right? That's got some flavor to it. RPGs are an endless imagination playground. And I have a massive, massive imagination. Vicious, yeah! It would suck to lose all that work, bro. GURPS, yep, I've played some GURPS for sure. Bet 5th edition gets an extra few years of life strictly based on the open gaming license flap. Yep. I mean, if you think this is the last you've ever heard of it, it just says we're going to leave it in place as is untouched. But I mean, when you look at this, don't you see what I see? For now, right? They'll make another run at it. In a few years. They'll try a new attempt from a new direction, but they will. They're not going to give up. I wonder what happens. I guess they just kind of have to obviate any previous contracts that they signed with people under new agreements, because those people could just be like, I'm not going to create under that agreement we signed. I'm just going to create under the OGL agreement instead and not give you anything. Cinder gone out into the woods with larpins. I've done some like random like playing out in the woods and stuff too, man. We've done all that. It's a good time. Smoked paprika, still talking about it. All right. I mean, now we're gonna have to try it at some point, I guess. Alan, you want to see Magic players carry the torch forward? Well, I mean, don't don't get your hopes up, son. Don't get your hopes up. Magic players don't have the same sort of cohesive group to them, right? You can fracture a Magic player and they just fall off the group without much effect. Like, if somebody stops coming out to FNM, like, someone stops coming to a D&D game night, where's Dave? Well, the group's falling apart. Somebody stops coming out to FNM, where's Dave? Well, somebody else will show up and play. Like, it's not the same. It'll never happen. 30th anniversary is the biggest kind of pushback you'll see, where people refuse to buy the stuff from Wizards, but you can't, like, all that's going to make them do is slightly modify their greed approach, because it's all about what they're printing and how they're pricing it, and that's always going to be a part. You can't just, like, stop them the same. You can't stop Wizards with Magic the way you can with the D&D. It's not possible. When was the last time I played D&D? Actual Dungeons & Dragons, not Pathfinder. Forever ago. Decades. I'd say it's been decades. Pathfinder was more recent. D&D the last 2 weeks was a true boycott. Yep, that's it. That's the big difference. That's a great way of summarizing it up. People have talked about boycotting for Magic, and it's an impossibility. You don't understand. You can't create a unified front, especially since whales can outvote you. With D&D, everybody's vote is roughly the same, because everybody's putting in roughly the same amount with their memberships or whatever for D&D. They're not splurging out like whales that can be milked and stuff. You can't twist the dials the same way with D&D. So you'll never get a Magic boycott going on. Magic players will complain and keep handing over money hoping for improvement. D&D players will just go, I'm buying it or I'm not. There's no middle ground. Where with Magic, there's tons of middle ground. And part of it comes down to the inherent nature of some Magic players. A lot of us have really addictive personalities, right? Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Andrew G says, good EV, we'll all complain, but give me a dozen. Yeah, it's like the complaints come along with the money. And the money is the truth. That's how you know when people value something. That's how you know people value me. Ooh, because of the super chats. No, but really, if you really boil it down, that's how you know what people value and what's going down. If people value something, they'll pay for it. And that speaks the truth. So they're I want this. I'm paying for it. So your complaints that are coming along with it I can't handle what you're doing. Yes, you can, because you're paying for it. Do you know, like, I don't know if I am phrasing this properly, but hey, what up, Nathan? How you doing? I did indeed make it through the week. It's been going pretty decently. This news today has been a triumph, and I am also excited about the upcoming pre-release, admittedly, the Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One. It's funny, I talk about all the negative stuff that's going on with Magic, and people, this guy hates Magic. He's like, what are you talking about? I got a lore channel, I'm having fun opening packs, messing around in streams, right? Like, I stream every day, either here or over on the Historian. I got all the goodness going on. I still love Magic, but I'm not going to sit there and close my eyes to all the problems that are going on, considering I feel like there's not that many people talking about it. And also, I'm good at kicking a $1 billion company square in the dick, bro. I got the skills. I got the skills to do it. Take that right in the nuts, buddy. So, yeah, there's that part of me that gets some satisfaction out of it, because Wizards has burnt us so many times that while I still very much love Magic, I don't love Wizards of the Coast. It's like having a wife where you love her cooking, but you fucking hate her. It's like, I fucking hate you. Like, I genuinely despise you. I think you're fucking awful and greedy, but you make something that I love, so I fucking tolerate you. That's Wizards of the Coast. I fucking tolerate those skeezy, gross vampire cockbags because I adore Magic. Magic is my sweet little baby. It's my sweet little friend. Mama wants to protect the baby. But Daddy Hasbro, Daddy Wizards is gross and I hate them. Oh, Nathan, nice. You're going to set up your own thing. Get it going, buddy. Nightingale, sunken cost mentality. You think that people keep playing just because they put money into the game? I don't know about that one. I mean, that could be used as an argument for why they might not switch to another game, but just outright abandoning Magic, I can't see going, I'm going to stay in this game just because I put so much money into it, unless they're like invested monetarily trying to get a return from it, right? Yamagoro! Yeah, greed ain't great. That's true. That's true. So, yeah, man, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet to see the D&D players just give it to Wizards and go, this is what you get. This is what happens to you. Stop it. And then Wizards just go, oh, okay. Okay, we'll stop. We'll stop trying to take all your money and take your... I love the whole, like, we just want to be able to take your stuff. That's it. That's what it says in the, in the fan content policy. They want you to post that on all your videos so that they can just take your videos and, we're taking your videos and we're just going to use them. We don't have to pay anything because you put the fan content policy. I've never put that on anything. They're stupid anyways. The way they've written it, I don't even have to. It says, please put this in. That's just a request. It's not a requirement. It's not a requirement. So you can literally just be like, whatever, man. I even made them under the fan content policy. You didn't say it was a requirement to fucking put the statement in there. So I still get to use the fan content policy and say it's made under it, but you can't touch my shit because you're fucking stupid. You didn't even write your own policy right. Eat my fucking ass. Doesn't even matter. That fan content policy ain't shit. It's not like Wizards is going to come along and be like, I'm going to start striking down your channel. Bam, you're done. Good luck with that. Oh, man. Carly's making chili, and I can smell it. It is delicious. The meat and the onions and stuff. Oh, I legit understand, like, the cartoons now. You know when there's a pie on the windowsill or something like that, and the sweet smell just comes wafting and waving. Whoop, 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 goes up the thing's nose and lifts them up. I got a big set of nostrils and a big honking manly nose, so it can pull in a lot of meat smell. And I got a lot of that. I got a lot of that right now. James P, you've been having fun with the mini brands? They are, dude, I get it. They are addictive. The tiny little products, there's something about them. I got the one that I got for the video, and then when I went back to the Giant Tiger, they were completely out of them, so I couldn't get any more, which is too bad. I like the design of the ball, too. It, like, falls apart into, like, orange slices almost. It's really funky. The whole product is a very interesting and strange thing, but I love it. I didn't realize how much I was going to enjoy it until I had the tiny little, like, bounties and stuff. I was like, this is fun. Yeah, Magoro's down with the chili. Yeah, boy. Chili is good times. Florida, you have some Disney versions of those. Super fun. Nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, the mini brand stuff is fun. I am ultimately at heart just still a child. I love toys and just like silliness and like novelty, you know? Yeah, it's I'm not a serious adult fellow. Slardy, you love the smell of chili and love the smell of beef stew. Beef stew was yesterday. The meat, oh, wow. Wow. Just talking about it, my mouth is watering. That meat was super tender and had acquired a loaf of fresh bakery bread. Oh, it's such a treat. This is what makes me feel like life is going good. The fact that I can buy fresh loaves of bakery bread when I want to. Because I remember it wasn't that long ago, and this was during the time that, like, I had this channel even, where I walked all the way across town to buy a loaf of bakery bread. I didn't have enough money to even take the bus. I had enough money, and I'm like, I really want, like, a fresh loaf of bread. I'm going across town for it. And I went all the way across town, like, 45-minute walk there, and then a 45-minute walk back. And I'm almost home, and I'm at, like, the bus station, and the gods of chaos and hatred decided to hose me hard. So the bag is apparently open, and the loaf of bread just falls out on the ground at the bus station. Like the grossest place in the city. The homeless people just dry humping the curb, and my bread's falling there. And I'm just staring down at it. Like, this has taken hours of my life and all the money I had in the world at that time, basically, to afford. And I'm just looking at it like, ah, you know? So I just picked it up off the ground, like, tore into the middle and ate the middle of it, because Carly was like, you can still eat the middle. It was like, it was so sad. I was like, ah! So now, just being able to get a loaf of bread, yay! Feels really nice. Fresh bread makes me very happy. Like the stuff from the grocery store that's been frozen, and you get it's fine. But fresh bakery bread, oh, makes me feel great. What up, Pincheck? There's toy ones now too. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. That's cool. Era says, just for information, SRD means Standard Rules Document. D&D is basically giving the rules to the game out for free. There you go. They are. And they also can't copyright those anyways, right? Or they can't trademark them or whatever it was. There's something where it's like they just game mechanics, you can't own those. There's a bunch of that been floating around. Florida, gotta get all the eggs. We're going out egg robbing. You can copyright artistic representation. Oh yeah, stuff like that. Pictures. Can't copyright mechanics. There you go. There you go. What up, noob? How you doing? Nurgle was watching. Well, Sutek, Nurgle is a knob, all right? Why? Well, I feel like maybe, wouldn't it maybe be Slanesh? Like, you know what? Actually, maybe them together, right? Like, because Nurgle is responsible for the disgustingness of the bus terminal. But then Slanesh is responsible for the psychic chaos ripping through my mind after I went through all that for a loaf of bread that was denied to me. Life was, like, very hard then. It was not easy. It was not easy. Millmaster, you don't know if there's presidents. What? Are you saying things that Google's not showing because you're saying crazy things? Is that what's going on? And that's a follow-up to it? What up, Dick Forrest? How you doing, buddy? It's Zinch. Oh, well, there you go. I don't know my Chaos Gods well enough, do I? Oh, wait. Is Slanesh Slanesh should be down with the dry humping on the curb, right? Waiting to eat souls or something like that. I'm getting everybody twisted up. Zinch is the one with like the Lords of Change, and I'm gonna change it with blue fire and the horrors and the pink horrors and all that stuff. I've read a bunch of like Warhammer source books and snippets of lore here and there, but because I never played the game really that much, a lot of it is kind of merged. See, hey, there, Millmaster, look. See, Parise says Millmaster from Nikachu. You have a reputation. Careful. Careful. You're going to get yourself, Google's going to get you. People know who you are. So, you got to be a role model. You're not allowed to say anything edgy ever again now because people know who you are. Have fun with that. That's how that works. That's what people say to me. They're like, you can't be a blah, 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 because people blah, blah, blah. And that's how I hear it. Because my brain just goes, yeah, whatever. Whatever. I ain't a role model. I'm just like a model. Because I look good. Delicious on the screen. Visual candy. That's right. You're going to get Mill-mastered. Oh, take that. I just used your name to describe your destruction, and I only had to add 2 letters. Skills. Dragon Raider, yeah, corn. Skulls for the blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Karn the betrayer made a terrible mistake. Commander Farsight will eventually be a Khorne champion. What, in my memory? What, the Tau? The Tau? Millmaster, you deserve it, though. That's the thing. Because you come around saying really hateful things, bro. You admitted to it. You admitted trying to hate on my stream yesterday. And then you came and did it here in an even worse way. So, as far as I'm concerned, you're fucking Simon Phoenix. And guess what? What's his name? John Spartan? Demolition Man? He's coming for you. And he's not even stopping for Taco Bell or to digitally bang fucking what's-her-name on the way, all right? Sandra Bullock back in them sweet little tidy pants, bro. He's not even going to digitally do her. He's coming to F you up, bro. He's going to F you in the A. And that's Google. You're going to get Googled. And that's what you deserve. Dick Forrest, you're a censored citizen? What? Parise, live streams are addicting, but you need to hold your tongue. Grab it. Grab your tongue physically and hold it and type with the other hand. Yeah, Megoro, well, I mean, we'll make the Tau less boring, because Tau are boring. We got walls that fly up and move. Yeah, you can do anything interesting? You can do anything interesting like the Eldar with their spirit stuff? And it's like, nah, we're crappy robot people with drones. Boring! Farsight's a demon possessed since he picked up the sword. Well, I guess he doesn't see that far, huh? I guess maybe they should call him fucking hindsight instead, eh? Ho ho! Because he made an ass of himself. Get it? Get it? Warhammer jokes! Free of charge. Oh, man, dinner's gonna be awesome! Yo, this new stream time is working out very good for me, by the way. This is great. I'm liking this time frame, so we're gonna keep sticking with it for now. This is gonna work out good. I'm gonna do some earlier streams and other stuff too, but this is gonna be the daily time slot. We're gonna do between roughly 8-ish. We'll start around 8-ish. Yeah, that's it. That's the deal. 8-ish Eastern Standard Time, because this is good. Pinchak, you got 2 regular beef soft tacos. What? Ew, Taco Bell. Gross. Gross. I bet you got a soft taco from eating all that. Oh, Andrew G likes it. Pinchak, Andrew G likes you eating soft tacos. Andrew G wants to watch you slowly eat 2 regular beef soft tacos, bro. Eat late in Yukon. I don't know. Go fucking ask people who live in Yukon. I live in Ontario. Bro, I'm like an hour and a half from like the biggest city in the country. Where you fucking think I'm out in the goddamn hills with the hill people? Is that what you tell yourself so that you can be country strong, cryptos equal somebody with a small car? Huh? Bino, do I have any speculations on the new battle card type? Yeah, you do. You play it, and then you get to summon up a Pokemon with 4 abilities. Slap, tickle, gargle, and choke. And you can just be like, choke on my water worm! Give it +1/+0 with your mouth right now. It gets bigger toughness when it gets wet. Nathan, that just means you just gotta get a different job. You gotta start playing hooky. I'm gonna start leaving more of the streams up afterwards, at least. But yeah, this eating at midnight ain't gonna work. We did that for a while. Carly's been a sweetie, but now it's shifting and it's working better. That's how it always goes, man. I never enjoy making changes because it's always going to affect some people, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, right? And I did that for a long time. It was starting to feel very static, so shifted it up. Keeps things feeling a little fresher for me, which is nice. It's always a good thing. That's it, Nathan. You tell him that I have, bro, you work for the government and they work for me. So I call the shots. I make the rules. Do I have any actual speculations on the battle card type? I mean, I don't know what Wizards is planning to pull with it. I don't know if it's going to be some big deal or if it's just going to be a whoop-de-doo card type, right? I mean, Tribal didn't amount to a whole lot, and now Wizards is terrified to use the word because I don't know. as a company, their testicles fell off one day, and now they're afraid of fucking everything, every possible word, and I don't even know what to fucking do with them anymore. What the fuck is wrong with the word tribal? They're insane. They're out of their fucking minds, right? Before now, most of the time, all you'd see in D&D was people getting upset about dumb nonsense and going, "Can you believe wizards put things in here that evil wizards would do?" Like, they created a race of, like, slave creatures that had been enhanced into super servant soldier stuff. And it's like, it sounds a lot like bad things that happen on Earth. Okay, yeah, and evil wizards wouldn't do that kind of stuff. It shouldn't be in a game. If bad things happen in real life, they shouldn't be in a game. Villains shouldn't be able to do nothing but take pies and tell you got crooked teeth. And even telling you crooked teeth is a microaggression, so you should remove that from your game, wizards. Like, I didn't pay attention to people yelling about D&D when it was a bunch of fucking crybaby wank bags, because there's a bunch of those on Twitter endlessly screaming at wizards about all the dumb nonsense. No wonder they thought they could get away with the open gaming license stuff. They probably thought they were dealing with those magoos. Because those people don't even play the game, most of them. They just go, I heard there's something that I can yell at a big company about, and I'm not actually really involved, but I really want to act like I am and shame them because I just care about myself and I get off on it. Anything changed with Arena? Still a dumpster fire? I assume so. I haven't heard anything new, and it's just gotten worse and worse. When I was on there, what has Wizards done to improve it? Nothing, right? Here you go. I'm sure it's buggier than ever. I'm sure that they're just as greedy, even though they're going, oh, we created these golden booster packs because we know waiting to draft for the set to come out is like a problem for you guys. But instead of fixing the problem that we intentionally created, we used to let you draft right when a set came out. And then we stopped that because it was too easy for you to get the cards you wanted. And we're trying to frustrate you into paying us. So even though we know that's a problem, and it's a problem for you guys, we created this booster, the pack that's like that. Why don't you just let us do it? No, why don't you do this instead? It's like it. If it's like it, why won't you let us fucking do that? Oh, because it's not actually like that. It's not. That's the point. The whole point is you give us less. You fucking lying pieces of shit. Everything about Arena is a lie. After they fucking went and said, oh, by the way, historic, like, they had to be fought to create historic in the first place, right? Like, they literally didn't even want to have a non-rotating format. They had to be fought to create historic. They tried to say you'd have to pay double the wild cards, and the only argument they could come up with was because it would be fun. They didn't even have an argument for it other than they couldn't just tell you, we're really trying to stop you from, you gotta play standard. And so then they just got fucking fed up that they couldn't turn it into this pro standard thing. And then they went, fuck it, change historic into alchemy. We're making the game Hearthstone now. Like, they don't give a flying fuck. They can't be trusted. You can spend whatever money you want, and we can change anything we want on a dime. If they could come to your house and take your D&D books and your cards away from you legally, they would. We wrote on the back of the packages we're allowed to come and take this stuff after whatever. Like, the next level of planned obsolescence. They're greedy vulture cocks, bro. It's insane. It's insane. It's ridiculous. Oh. They're so greedy. It's stupid, man. It is annoying. Pincheck, you like Brothers War? I definitely like Brothers War. I'm actually collecting it. Yeah, Millmaster, they offloaded MTGO and Arena's just jank bagging downwards. They're like, we put all our eggs in this basket. Oops, this basket sucks. And now MTGO is selling singles directly along with Styles. Bino, you still free draft every once in a while? Fair enough. I have enough on my account. I have like 250,000 gold, 20,000 gems, 7 draft tokens and whatever, but Arena's so miserable that I literally won't go and play free Magic. I could draft all day, and it's like, Arena's garbage. It's the worst, man. It's the worst way to interact with other Magic players. You don't even get to. They're AI. You just tune them out. They become annoyances that are there between you and... Are you even there to play Magic? Or are you there to grind out some gems and some gold, or to get digital resources that don't even exist? Wizards is trying to turn you into either a frustrated payer or just a slave to work for them. And they're like, even the mastery pass is fucking insulting as hell. You pay $20 for it, and it's like, oh, and you have to play every day. Oh, what? Yeah, no. You can't just have all the rewards at the end that you paid for. Nope. You got to work for them or pay more. You have to be here. You have to play. You have to put in the time. You have to. It's like, I paid $20 for these bonuses. Can't I just have them at the season's end? Nope. Nope. You have to be here every day. Like, they wanted it all. They wanted it all. And they deserve to just have it flare into nothing. Because they were like, okay, let's make it into something, and then keep taking away, keep taking away, keep taking away, keep taking away, and that's it. To the point where they're trying to go, it's a deal today. Buy this booster pack. It's 900 gold. That's not a deal. When you offer me a pack for 900 gold, all you're telling me is that you don't respect me and you think I'm fucking stupid. 500 gold is a deal. That's a half price booster pack. 10% off your digital bullshit currency is not a deal. 100 gold is virtually nothing. So it's stupid. And then the free gem day isn't free gem day. It's buying gem day. You have to have resources. Free equals you don't have to have anything up front. It's not free gem day. You either have to pay gold or gems. To have the gems, you either have to have saved them or paid money to get them. And for the gold, it's 1,500 gold, which is more than most people can make in one day. Thus going, well, if I buy gems today, then I'll be able to get these extra gems. If I don't get it, it's all psychological manipulation. The whole thing is you trapped in a box with Wizards of the Coast constantly trying to figure out how they can fuck you over so they can get more money from you. It's not about enhancing your experience. It's about extracting from your experience in every single imaginable way. It's insane. It's insane. They're trying to sell New Capenna full art lands on Arena? I don't know. I haven't been on Arena forever. Jen, you want to test some decks? You want to play? Well, then buy all the cards. That's how that works. Buy boxes until you get them. That's Wizards. Tell us what they are so we can make them harder to get. Ew, vampire? Ew, suck tech. No thanks. No thanks. My friends played that. That was terrible. There's tons of games that you can still play and have cards kicking around from, but nobody's really playing them. Vampire's a dead game, right? There's lots of dead games. It's a tragedy, but it's the way it goes. But yeah, Vampire, Rage, they never caught on for me. It was like, meh. But then my buddies also like to let's go play like actual vampire LARPing in the city. And I'm like, not interested. Not interested. People still play Digimon. They did like a new Digimon, didn't they? I mean, haven't they done a bunch of different versions? They're still making Vampire. Well, good on them then. Good that some people are enjoying it. That's all it takes is some dedicated fans. That's how Force of Will is still fucking limping along. And Weiss Schwartz is gonna, I don't know, Weeb Schwartz will be around forever probably. But, small little side games. That's cool though, that they managed to survive. Oh wait, no, did they come back? I don't know. I have no idea. Whatever. Flesh and Blood looks interesting. Yeah, it is. It's funky. It's like a battle between two people hammering each other's armor off and using stabby moves and stuff. It's pretty funky. I haven't actually played it, but the little bit I've seen of it, I have a bit of it, and it's funky. I have no idea if the Digimon card game is good, but I've heard it's doing well, so it probably is good. A card game being good isn't automatically necessary for it to sell well, Your buddy calls Weiss Schwartz white shorts. Nightingale, the only reason you like Weiss is because of the HoloLive set. I like the anime ladies. I'm down with all that stuff, 100%. 100%. I liked the Force of Will art, all that stuff. I'm cool with it. We opened that stuff that was like chicks who turn into like aircraft carriers. I remember that. Shit's hilarious. Metazoo, yep. I've got Metazoo. I've played a bit of Metazoo. It's got like an unfeel to it. It's cool that it uses environmental kind of stuff. The artwork is like low-level garbo for sure, though, right? Like, it's fun if you like that kind of stuff, but Metazoo has some of like the cheapest, most garbo art of Nathan! Nathan! Get off your... God. 6 times. Nathan! Take your phone out of your pocket or whatever you're doing. Stop timing people out in the stream with your pocket. Jen the Hen, you didn't do anything wrong to get timed out. Nightingale, you too didn't do anything wrong to get timed out by Nathan. Nathan is, he's throwing a fit now. This is him getting back at me. He's like, I won't be able to make it to as many streams during the week, so I'm going to time out random people. What are you doing, Nathan? What are you doing? Those poor people did nothing to deserve it. 5 whole minutes in the corner. Dennis, One Piece is doing well. I'm not surprised about One Piece. One Piece is pretty big, right? Nathan, you put your phone down. What? You put it on. You put it on what? What'd you put it down on? Like your earthquake table? The back of a cat? Paizo's running emergency printing of their Pathfinder core robot because they're sold out. Oh, look at Mustard. Mustard's yelling at you, Nathan. I'll give you a reason to time me out. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is fun. I like that. There's a lot to recommend it. Pinchak hyped about the sorcery TCG. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't seen anything. Set the phone down on the arm of the couch. That's funny. Just sitting on the arm of the couch and their couch is like, finally, it's my time. Bam, bam, taking people down. Well, you guys, Nightingale and Jen, you have the honor of having been timed out by a piece of furniture. You can tell people that. I was in a live stream last night, bro, and a couch timed me out. And be like, what? Noob, you've been playing One Piece lots? Nice. Nice. It's a new TCG, so my thing is, unless somebody else hooks me up with it, I ain't ready to love again. Face down with YouTube open. That sounds pretty... Are we talking about the same thing? Like, face down with YouTube open. What's YouTube? Do you call your butthole YouTube? What are you doing after the rums, Nathan? What are you doing? Rums down, bums up? What's the deal? Andrew G, you're getting a case of sorcery. Oh, you might be an addict, bro. Going case by case. Couch sniped. Face down phone morph. RoboCop! Gotta put chat away. If you do that, Nathan, you gotta put the chat away. He knows. Robo knows. Sorcery is good artwork. Good. Moses says face down, YouTube up. That's the way we like to moderate at your live streams. Brent, you're getting 4 or 5 cases of sorcery. Wow. Nice. Nathan says, this is for the 2 wheel spins that should have happened before those timeouts. Oh, now the timeouts are extra special. Bum, bum, bum. Good job. Good job. Your timeouts mean even more. Jen the Hen and Nightingale, you are now combined together in glory. I dub thee Night Hen. All right? Together. You are Night Hen. Combine your powers. The worst thing about Magic, it's a big way to get kids into gambling. It is It is gambling, like, impulse control, addictive stuff. I feel you, bro. I feel you. It gives me the itch. Daddy likes it. Y'all's getting into the sorcery. Everybody's getting cases, man. Everybody's getting cases of the sorcery. That's hardcore. Back the store retail kit to help out a local game cafe and act as a backup buyer for non-sold. Well, all right, Brent, you're doing the game god's work, bro. Pinchak, I gotta check it out. My rule for TCGs is I don't have money to be thrown away on all the Magic stuff I want. So if I can't get my number one TCG the way I want, I'm not diverting that money to other games, especially not to get into them. If somebody really wants me in a game, they send me the shit. That's how it works. That's how I got into MetaZoo. That's how I got into Genesis. That's how I got into Flesh and Blood, right? And slowly but surely, I'm gonna make some more content about that stuff too. But yeah, nah, I got to be brought into this shit. Andrew G says, I don't plan around impulse control. I don't even know what to call your planning, bro. I don't even know what to call all that. Wow. Adam, oh no, quite the opposite, bro. Quite the opposite. Hasbro can't sell Wizards of the Coast off. What you need to do is picture it like this. Hasbro's in the middle of the ocean, right? They used to be on an island in the middle of the ocean, but that island started to sink. The island's like gone. It's gone. Hasbro's in the water in a life preserver. That life preserver says Wizards of the Coast on it. So when you say they're going to get rid of Wizards of the Coast, what you're saying is this person's going to throw the life preserver away and drown. Like, that's how bad it is for Hasbro. They have to keep Wizards of the Coast. They can't sell it. That's what those Alta Vista folks wanted, right? It'll never happen. Hasbro will not take its claws out of that because that's the end. It's like, they need to hold on to Magic while they just try and stay alive and figure out what they're going to do. That's all they can do right now. They're hosed. Mustard, you getting a lot of Grand Archive? I haven't heard of that one. Or if I have, I forgot about it already. I don't know. There's so many games. Oh, Brett, the place is no longer open. All right. Well, you're going to be loaded down then, son. D&D people are talking about Alta Fox as well now. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah, the only way that you're going to see any kind of chance of Wizards of the Coast going anywhere is to you'd have to change the board at Hasbro, right? So you've got to get enough people with enough voting power to literally change the people who are in charge and give them the mandate of get this thing out of Hasbro, right? That's the only way. And that seems incredibly unlikely because it's the death of Hasbro. So, I mean, it just doesn't... It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Alta Fox basically said, we tried to tell you, yeah, well, they didn't succeed. Their attempt to go, we're looking, check it out. We brought Johnny Magic, John Finkel, and like that was meant to woo the Magic players or whatever, but it didn't do anything to the investors. They're like, who? Who is that? It's like they look him up and they're like, this guy, some lady wrote an article about having a bad date with this guy or something and he plays cards. Why? What do I care about this? I care about the stock. I care about my dividends. Yeah, all of a sudden the people are like, Alta Fox doesn't know what they're talking about. I trust Hasbro execs business guidance. The thing about it is these Alta Fox, like, it's not like, we got to be very real about this. It's not like, oh, Hasbro is this like gigantic wolf and we've got to get Wizards of the Coast away from it into the safe guidance of Alta Fox. Alta Fox is another fucking wolf that also wants to milk the shit out of Wizards of the Coast. They want to exploit it for more fucking money. They think it's under-monetized. So they would just be, it's trading one bunch of corporate vampires for another group. You're not getting people who genuinely are invested in the health of the company. They're invested in extracting as much money from the fucking thing as they can. So turning around and being like, these are our saviors it's crazy. It's crazy talk. It's just another bunch of jackals. Choose who's going to pick your bones clean, friends. That's the choice. That's the choice you're being given. You don't get to keep your meat. You get to choose which fucking predator tears it off your bones. Great choice. Great choice. Gonna make such a difference. Evan, yup, Hasbro's neck deep, bro. David J. Oh, you missed your chance to infiltrate for your signature. that communist shit, man. I can't even believe it. It's absurd. It is absurd. People are ridiculous, man. Just crazy. Yeah, Brent, you're like, they wouldn't fix card quality, but maybe they wouldn't do 30th anniversary. That's about the level of faith you have. Well, at least you're not looking them some crazy savior. Save us! What are you going to do? VT, that seems to be just the way that, like high-end corporate culture always goes to, because it's always focused on the money you've made in the last 3 months. The problem is that it's all publicly traded companies, because at the end of the day, public traded companies, they're not in the business of pleasing their customers. They're in the business of extracting money from their customers to please the shareholders, which means the choices they make are always going to be in the worst interest for the consumers, extracting money from them, right? Look at the Lifesavers Corporation. Those fucking idiots. They had the golden ticket in the form of those Lifesaver books that they made for Christmas, where you got like 10 different flavors, and they were awesome. And we would have rioted if we didn't get them for Christmas, like thrown a fit. They were absolutely integral. And I know that they were for so many people. And then the Lifesaver company just got cheaper and cheaper, and they started putting in fewer flavors until it got to the point where they just put in 6 rolls of assorted. And you just go, like, I remember thinking, why would anybody do this? Who would possibly want to buy this, right? Like, why would you buy this book and be happy with these 6 rolls? I'm never buying another one of these again. And I didn't. And I never would. And then I stopped seeing them on the shelves. And I thought to myself, why would a company go from such a winning strategy to such a shitty strategy? And by paying attention to Wizards and finally understanding how like the 3-month business cycle quarterly bullshit works, you realize that these companies are governed by people who don't give a shit about anything other that's happening, what's in these 3 months that they're in right now to get their money, and maybe the next 3 months. And it's just those chunks, and then they're going to leave. This isn't a long-term care about it. This is how much copper wire can I tear out of the walls to pay my bills before I leave this building never to return. Oh, is there no wiring? Who cares? I left. Tear up the floorboards. Burn it down. That is the problem. At the highest level, nobody gives a shit. It's all about extracting money, and everything is just done on number lines. You don't see people. The people side of it's gone. Teferi, you like the Lifesaver fireside chat. They screwed up large. They screwed up large, man. So yeah, that's it. Nobody cares about tomorrow because the bonus is tied to what happens today, right? And the thing is, it leads to insane decisions. Like, because profits have dropped now, oh, we have to make sure the shareholders are happy and whatever. So we're going to fire 1,000 people so we can say we're going to save $300 million, but we're going to spend $80 million. right? We're going to spend $80 million to maybe save $300 million over 3 years, and this is to try and pull the wool over your eyes. Oh, 300 million, look, but we lost 300 million this year. It's going to balance out, but it's not. It's costing them $80 million and multiple years to try and balance out $300 million loss so that they can fucking keep the shareholders gold, bro. It's insane. It's insane. So those are the people in charge. And there's no way to change it. You can't replace them with people who care, because those people won't be allowed to keep their jobs. The money has to flow upwards. And all the people at Wizards of the Coast who actually care, the ones who spend their time making the artwork and the cards and stuff like that, the ones working on the story, all the ones who actually care have no power whatsoever and just have to do what they're told or they'll be replaced. They have zero influence. They can't change a thing about the corporate culture. They are a slave to whatever, and marketing can change things at the last minute on them too. It's about the business as money generation device, not about the people or the product. Exactly, Nathan. They don't care about the product at all. They print Magic cards at the poorest quality because, look, these idiots will keep paying for it. Yeah, don't bother to print them better. Why would we? We can give them curved, warped, wanked up cards, and then we can go, yeah, those are printed to standard. We don't offer replacements. It's like that's how they operate. So this D&D situation where they got it good, so good, man. So good. So yeah, the whole name of the game is you make a bunch of money while you're at this company. Who cares if it burns afterwards? Because you've already put on your resume, increased profits by 22% for 4 quarters in a row. Was able to reduce costs by 17% in 2 different quarters. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa, great. There you go. On to your next job where actualized blah, 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 blah. Like it's, I mean, they're giving the shareholders what they want. Ruthless, soulless, lacking humanity choices where it's just remove every aspect of them being a person, boil them down to line items, and then cut them all. Don't cut any of the big fat bloated paychecks for the people at the top. No. Cut a bunch of low-level employees, right? Just cut them and then force the remaining employees to pick up the slack, because that's not a downward spiral recipe for disaster or anything, right? We just have fewer people working for us, but we're expected to make even more money off of them, right? Work harder, we'll pay you less, right? It's insane. And all the people at the top still get their bonuses. Good job. Cards are cars. Yep, the decisions are made the same. It's all the same. It's a symptom of corporate nonsense. How long until AI bots are writing and doing the art for official Magic cards? You know what? I honestly wondered the same thing myself. Wizards will eventually have an AI that they use to make the artwork. Why wouldn't they? Why would they pay artists for this stuff? The only argument is because they can copyright it then and own it. But if all the artwork's free, they might not even care if other people can use it. Because that is one thing. You can't, like, Wizards can't stop you from using AI art if they generate it. That's, the laws are weird and hilarious. Fuck making a product and upholding a market reputation. That shit's for the birds. There's a movie called Sorry to Bother You. And it's about, it starts out about a telemarketing company. And I'm not going to spoil this movie for you because it's an insane movie. It is entertaining. It's worth the watch. But what I will say is, in this movie, this corporation does something extremely horrific. Like, what they do is incredibly unsettling and awful, right? Like think like slavery level awful, right? That level. They do something that level, and the market responds with their stock market just flying through the roof, like, and they make a whole bunch of money. And it's so fucking accurate. It's so disgustingly accurate as to the way that the world works now. It's gross, right? It's an entertaining movie, and that moment, it's a hyperbolic, but at the same time, accurate manifestation of our reality. Next thing to report about Hasbro is an employee strike. I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt, but you never know, right? Exactly, Pinchak. They can't keep up the quality. They're making a million products. I mean, not all the employees are going to be lost at Wizards of the Coast, but Hasbro can't keep up. Dan, you're curious to see who's heading on out. There's the one dude who was like way up there in the company, been there for like 18 years. Like, I can't remember the exact position, but it was a high level position. He's gone, but that's the only one that I know of. What up, Gans? The rest will probably be no-namers. I don't know. I mean, I assume that they're probably going to want to do some shakeups at Wizards of the Coast because there's been, like, multiple failures. Like, at the same time. 30th anniversary, Dungeons and Dragons. What's the movie called again? Oh, let me just double check that I'm not giving you the wrong name. Sorry to Bother You. That's what it's called. It's a pretty wild movie. It is very entertaining. Yeah, the public nature of the failures especially is what will most likely lead to some people getting it. Yeah, VT, it's weird how many bots are out there. It's insane. They just pop up all over the place. Hey, what up, Foster? How you doing, buddy? Phyrexia regular bundles didn't arrive in both shipments. Is that an error? Did that just happen to you or multiple people? Because that's annoying. CAPTCHA algorithm needs to be updated. I ran into a new one for Hotmail. It was so annoying. I've got this drawing tablet thingy, right? And when I plugged it into the computer immediately was like, Microsoft's like, hey, do you want to use our whiteboard program? And I'm like, sure, I'll try it. I'm like, okay, you got to log in. I'm like, why do I? You know what? Fuck you, Microsoft. I'm sick of your crap. I don't need to log into any account to use your stupid app. Can you just give up on all this dumb nonsense and accept that you've been defeated and go back to being like a regular operating system? You tried desperately to cram yourself in. No, I'm not going to use your browser. No, I'm not going to use your email. You lost all that. You're clowns. Stop it. So then I have to create like this new account just to try the whiteboard program. And the thing goes, pick the image that's upright, and it shows like all these different penguins or spiders at different orientations, and I'm picking the ones that are upright, and it's like, oh, you got one wrong out of 5, and I'm like, okay, did I? And then another one, oh, you didn't do it fast enough, and I did that like 5 times before I said, you know what? Fuck you, Microsoft. I'm not using this. I'm not using your program. We have a big problem when your stupid "are you a bot" crap is literally giving me this much of a hassle. I'm not going to work with you at all. I can't believe that to use your stupid app on the fucking OS that's installed on the computer I bought, you expect me to sign into a fucking account. And you know you're so dead that you don't even try and make it a Hotmail account. Why the fuck do I have to give you a Gmail account to use an app that's already installed on my computer? Go fuck yourself. Drives me crazy. So desperate. Fuck off. We've got an app for it. Yeah, I bet it's worse than anything. I bet you have the most inferior version that's going to suck and be buggy, and I have to fucking like literally sign in to use it. Fuck you. I'm on the operating system. I'm already logged into my computer. What is this? What stupid fucking high-level corporate bullshit trying to get my information and track me nonsense is this? Suck all of my dick. It's Microsoft is trash, bro. They're trash. We don't use them because they're good. We use them because they're there. We don't have an easy alternative, and we're lazy. They need to up their game, not fucking make things worse. Sick of it. I'm sick of all this extra level shit that comes along with things. Hey, do you want this? You have to install an entire app. No, I don't need to install an entire app for this tiny thing. Go fuck yourself. I don't need an app for everything in my life. Just fucking stop. Because none of them work. They're clunky and shitty. So all you worthless corporations can go, we have our own app. It doesn't work, you clowns. You fucking Magoo idiots. You have a 1-star rating. You look like shit. You shouldn't be sucking your own dicks right now. Whatever. I'm just getting even more worked up now. I'm moving into ranty mode. I'm going to go have some chili and chill out. That's what I'm going to do. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. I'm gonna leave this one up. I'm gonna start leaving more live streams up, not on the historian because it messes things up over there. But I'm gonna leave more up over here. All right, so I'm gonna leave this one up. Thanks for coming and hanging out, Himrod. You Lord of the Board, you made it in the box of glory, son. Thanks for coming out, everybody. My soul is leaving my body now.